Hello, beautiful friends. This is Julian, and we're saying farewell to our tiny house homestead where we started a food forest throughout maybe about a fourth of an acre here with all kinds of medicinals and berry bushes, and we're headed west to BC islands and eventually to Hawaii because we're choosing a warm climate where we can be a part of eco villages and have access to diverse and abundant foods and medicines year round. So for a more outdoor lifestyle. So we had our van over there. So I want to give you a little tour of what we created here the last few years. There's a Volkswagen bus over there that we had under here. And now that's going to be taken away and this is going to be lowered a little bit and it's going to turn into an outdoor kitchen. We have a tool shed over there and an outhouse. And then this is a greenhouse that's a carport converted into a greenhouse with the wiggly wire channels there that make it easy to open up the side here. So it's great for growing mushrooms and plant starts. And here, so pretty much the tiny house part is on a, it's 26 feet long and 8 wide. And that's built on a trailer, so that's all movable. And then I added a veranda lean-to on the front of it, and that's south facing and it has a south facing window exposure there, so the sun can come through year round. There's a side window, and so all this is insulated on the front and the back, and we have a wood-fed stove there. So when you're in the tiny house, you can open up the door and also have the veranda space, which is insulated as well. So it's like a double tiny house there. And then this is an extra room on the back. It's isolated from the tiny house, but the new plans of our friend who's continuing on and beautifying the structure, he's going to connect this structure with the tiny house as well with a new door. So all kinds of ideas of what can happen from now on, but this is as far as I took it, and this is my first experience building more of a four seasons standardized construction. So here is where this room here I did. It's all waterproofed inside to do microgreen production, and I was doing some mushroom kits as well, and also plant starts in the early spring. But I was doing that for farmers markets and local restaurants. Here's a water room here where we have our laundry and our hot water heater and water pump there. We had a refrigerator outside. So I'll show you the room over here. So this was a room where I could fit about 6 racks, and each rack I could have about 30 trays. So this was like a really nice income just from a 8 by 10 space doing microgreens and starting all the herbs and the plants for the garden. I was also developing a permaculture nursery for the local farmers market. So that's a veranda with the south facing windows, and it's just plexiglass. Um, and when I did the insulation or the foundation, I did it on pallets because it was kind of a rush to get things going. But it's going to be lifted, and we're going to do or my friend that's continuing is going to put a cement blocks and redo the foundation on it. So this is just a little cover over the front space because here in southern Quebec, it's cold and snowing at least 6 months a year. So this, when it's all muddy, is really nice. And I had a little storage here. We had our firewood right here. The wood-fed stove there. We have some shelving. We have some shelving up here as well. And we had a refrigerator here and also a dryer. Some shelving. So that's the view from the front. So pretty cozy. And this is all insulated. Did cedar on the exterior. And all the interior and also some of the shelving and extra wood we had was from some poplar that we had some down trees. And so we cut them and milled them. So all the interior is poplar, which is a soft hardwood, but it's very light. So it makes it really good for tiny houses. So that's where the bed was. Just move that. This is where the wheel well is on the trailer. And then we had food storage here, and these are south-facing windows. These were little cells for the twin babies. So we blocked those in. We slept there. So there's the windows here, and then these windows got a little covered by this structure. And then here, I was given a shelf, like an IKEA shelf, and I just kind of adapted it here for food and clothing. And that's the other wheel well there. There's a heater here, and there's a thermostat up there. So this upper space here I did for my older son, and it was a little tight. So we use it for storage instead, and he slept on the other side there. This space here was originally for like a meditation cell, but we used it for storage and food storage and fermenting crocks and other things. Here's the kitchen. It's got a little shelf, a little oven, and a sink, hot, cold water, plugs, dishes, little medicine cabinet with essential oils, cabinets for the bath things. We have bath here, which was epic because we take a lot of hot baths. It's all wired up. And this is the thermostat for this here, which is a heater with a fan, which is really nice to heat the place really quickly. Yeah, a little light here. A little ladder I did with these 2x4s for my son to hop up there. So we're saying goodbye. This was a lot of labor of love here, and we're happy to continue on and to pass it to a brother and know that it's going to live on and even be improved and beautified. But yeah, I've learned a lot through this process, and I've researched a lot about, kind of creating tiny houses out of containers and buses and retrofitting already existing structures. And so if you have any questions about this, I do any kind of consultations around holistic homesteading, permaculture, agroforestry, but also tiny houses and small dwellings. Throughout my time in Northern California and Hawaii and BC and Quebec here and traveling to South America, I've always been really fascinated about, homesteads and eco-villages and all the different, mini structures and tiny houses and minimalism. And so I'm pretty well versed at living it, creating them myself, being a part of them, and also studying videos and seeing how other people are doing them. So if you need any advice or you want to talk about it, I do all my services on donation because it's from the heart first before finances. But give me a call. Just send me an email at flowpermaculture@protonmail.com and check out flowpermaculture.com to contact me. All right, wish you the best. Peace and love.